Game number 2 in the best of 5. Starting to the top right, we have the Protoss player for my insanity. It is StarDust. And StarDust is down 1 game in the semi-final series here at the VasaCast Invitational. His opponent on Frost spawns to the top left. For Team Mousesports, we have Vortix. And Vortix is actually advancing to be a bit of a Korean killer, not only taking down MMA earlier today in the series, but also able to kill StarDust in game number 1 of this best of 5 on Altazim's Stronghold. Jadon, on the other hand, lost 0-2 against the Protoss player. So let's see how exactly Vortix is gonna pull this off on map number 2. StarDust is a very aggressive player. Once again, we saw an immortal push by him. Might see that again on this map. It's Frost, a 4-player map, another 4-player map, but maybe Vortix has a different strategy. We're gonna find out. Last game it was double hatch before pool. Altazim Stronghold, not really a biggie with that. But what is also, of course, StarDust doing? Because right now, StarDust seems to really rely on a lot on his immortals. He played that in every single game that we saw against Zerg from him in this tournament yet. And maybe he has a couple of other builds up his sleeve where he just says like, yep, I'm gonna change my MO completely and gonna hit you with something that you don't expect. Talking about things that you don't expect. Vortix decides to go for the extractor and the spawning pool right off the bat at 14, going straight for gas and going for the pool here. So this is going to be a lot more aggressive than what he did in the earlier games. And one of the builds that Vortix has shown us in the past is that he, for example, sometimes just simply goes for a Banelink bust. And I'm actually not kidding. Like, I saw him in another tournament just a few days ago where he decided to bust through the wall against the Protoss player. And it's something that you can pull off. If you think about the build that we're currently seeing here, even with the Forge, it will delay the sentry quite a bit, and if there's only one sentry with a force field and you have a lot of Zerglings and the Banelings, you can pull it off. Not saying that he necessarily does this in this game now, but he is still looking at a harvester count of 15, doesn't build any drones right now, but speed and also the Zergling count, just increasing that. So looking at this, it can really blindside StarDust quite a little bit. That Overlord already spotted the position of his opponent, and I don't think that StarDust saw the Overlord. The Overlord has a bigger sight radius, so usually that works out quite well. And looking at it, I could see StarDust just going, Vortix going straight for that aggression, and he definitely does that. There comes an expansion for Vortix, so he's not going to play this super all-in on one base. He definitely has a follow-out option here. Wants to do some damage on the other hand, of course. But let's see how StarDust is going to deal with this. One cannon should be enough to repel the Zerglings for now, but there's no detection. Wow, that was a really good catch here by Vortix. That probe is never going to see anything happening. And he could just run through. He could really just do that. There's nothing in here. And it's going to take a while to get the Zealot. So once the speed is done, he could just decide to run through that gap. And speed is going to be done in a second. I just don't think it's going to be done. Well, it will be done in time for the Zealot to not be there if there is no chrono boost. And right now there is no chrono boost. He has a bit of a timing there, guys. If he starts running right now with the Zerglings, he can definitely get through that gap. Not quite sure if he is aware of that. I would actually be a little bit surprised if he would be. But, well, there we go. That's going to be a little bit too late. The Zealot is going to be there. He's just gonna go for it. Mass slings, and he goes for it and tries to break through. He walks through. The Zealot isn't even there. The Zealot is not even in the gap. He's going for the cannon. Guys, this could be GG. What is that Zealot doing? Where the hell did he go? The cannon is gone. There is a single Zealot, and that's game. That's game. Oh my god, StarDust actually not having the Zealot there. Did he bait him out? Did I see something that... Did I miss something? Did he bait him out somehow? Maybe with the Ling and the Zealot chased him? Whatever he did, it worked. He runs through the wall and StarDust has nothing. Nothing. And Vortix takes game 2, a 2-0 lead in the best of 5 series against the Zerg killer StarDust. Wow. Foreign hope indeed.